Hey Aries, so while I was meditating on your energy and shuffling the cards, I was getting the feeling that you may be facing some kind of challenge right now, potentially some kind of battle. And I think that you may be in decision making mode, that you may be deciding whether or not you are going to stick with this course of action and try to overcome the obstacles to reach your goal in this challenge, right? I'll say it's some kind of challenge. And the other choice is, of course, to walk away and to end it. So, depending on what's going on with you right now, Aries, I think you may be conflicted between these two choices. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card for you, and we'll see if we can get an overall energy for the reading. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all of your guidance, love, wisdom. Can we please guide Aries today with a message from you? Okay. Just need to adjust my ring real quick. It was a little painful there. Okay. So the card that you got was Oh Sunny Day. And I'm just going to have to adjust this light really quick. It's a little bit bright here, and I feel it's reflecting off of the cards poorly. So let's see if that helps. Okay. Oh Sunny Day is the card. And I'm going to go ahead and read out of the book the message that goes with this card. What I'm thinking for you, because what this reminds me of is the if you're aware of, or if you're a fan of Alice in Wonderland, which I'm not a big fan, but I just know the story in and out. But obviously, this really reminds me of the caterpillar that sits on top of the mushroom and has kind of wisdom for Alice at some point in her journey. She comes across the caterpillar. So what I'm seeing for this card, because I see the figure here is turned away and is wearing black on top and white on the bottom, with a small umbrella to like shield from the sun of this sunny day. But I do sense some kind of melancholy here. So I'm not sure if maybe you're having difficulties enjoying the good things that are happening for you right now, or if you are feeling like you should be happy based on certain things and circumstances for you, but you're not feeling that way, and so you're a little bit maybe, I don't know, that's just the vibe that I'm getting, is that there's still some kind of sadness in the sunshine here. So we'll see what the book has to say. It says, a woman with a dainty umbrella sits on a red mushroom and watches the sun rise over the horizon. How nice it is to welcome a new day, especially with 3 little talismans of good luck. The ladybug. Embrace new beginnings. If you can see, there's little ladybugs crawling on the mushroom there. Embrace new beginnings. Let us forget yesterday's worries and regrets. Don't allow the past to linger into today. All the moments in this day are brand new, never seen before or since. You have the power to make good things happen. You can make today your lucky day. It's awesome. I feel like that's quite a message for you, Aries, considering what I'm sensing from your energy, that you're, potentially going through some kind of challenge where that you are unsure of how to move forward, and you may be feeling conflicted in your decisions. I think that this is a reminder for you to let each day be a new day for you, and that way you're able to more readily receive, excuse me, messages from Spirit or guidance from pardon me, from your, your guardian angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, in order to help you make these types of decisions, right? So, try and leave your anxiety and your worry at the door when you enter into a new day, and try to see if that helps you to release some of this energy so that you can move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the tarot. Spirit, are there any messages that you have for Aries today regarding this challenge that I'm picking up on? Any messages for Aries? What is this challenge that they're facing? Any guidance for this challenge? Any messages for Aries? Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. Okay, interesting. Okay, at the bottom of the deck you have Strength reversed. In this deck it's called Fortitude. So kind of what I was sensing, Aries, is that I feel like you're feeling kind of depleted also from this challenge, whatever it is. And I think that that may have something to do with the kind of lack of clarity around what you should do moving forward. And I'm just going to read the cards as I see them here, even though I want you to know that my intention is to help empower you. So if you are facing challenges or you are having difficult emotions coming up or your energy is not where you'd like it to be, just know that that's all a part of the journey, that this spiritual journey is not a linear experience, and you don't just slowly rise. There's dips and dives, and you can plateau, and you can, and a lot of times you could feel like you're going backwards if previous issues that you have worked through start to come up for you again. Just know that that's not the case. You're not going backwards. It's because you have strengthened yourself enough to meet the challenge again in a new way. Because every time you experience something, even if it's similar or you feel that it's a pattern, just know that it is something new for you to learn every time. And the beauty of life is that you get to experiment and you get to make new decisions and deal with situations in a new way and experiment and see what the outcomes are like and how which approach and which decision works best for you. And some things can feel like really high stakes, and it makes it much more challenging to make a decision. But I'm here to tell you, you're here to clear your karma. You're here to heal from ancestral trauma, ancestral wounds, and unfortunately, in some cases, ancestral curses, right? And when I say that, it's just the karma that is carried over from your predecessors, right? I mean, they've even proven, and I just feel like I need to tell you these things, that they've even proven that monarch butterflies actually have genetic knowledge that they pass on to the next. And we know that as far as we can tell, monarch butterflies don't have language, right? And even if they do, there's no way for them to tell their offspring, because their offspring are have to develop on their own, right? So the previous generation of butterfly dies off before the new ones are born and are completely butterflies, right? Because they have to become a caterpillar and then cocoon themselves. And so we know that there isn't direct communication happening between generations of butterflies, but the flight patterns of these butterflies will change with each season to accommodate the previous generation of butterflies' knowledge of the flight path, right? So say, I'm just giving you an example. So say a generation of monarch butterflies is, going from South America, North America to South America, right? So along that journey, there will be certain stops that they're these big, beautiful, groups of butterflies, right? And they're migrating. So they'll stop in at certain places where they can basically fuel up on their resources during their migration. So there will be like, creeks, rivers, lakes, things like that, right? So imagine that a generation goes through and their usual stop that they have from their genetic knowledge is like decimated. There is no more resource there. Somehow something got deforested, or a riverbed was contaminated, or something happened. Well, those butterflies will have to change their flight path. The next generation that comes through, and mind you, there's no direct communication between generations, right? This is all genetic memory. That second generation will completely avoid that previous stop in their flight path. They will completely avoid it and move on to the next one that was found by the previous generation. And so I don't know why Spirit is wanting me to tell you this, but what I'm trying to say is that whatever challenges that may be coming up for you can be coming from genetic memory. Even your fears can be genetic memory, right? Like you're like, well, I've never I've never experienced this certain type of trauma, but I'm very avoidant to the possibility of it happening. It scares me to think that it could happen. That could be genetic memory. So what I'm trying to tell you, Aries, is that your challenges and your experiences are unique to your spiritual journey, but they have everything to do with your past, and it can be your past lives or, you know, other things. So what I'm telling you is that in this lifetime, yes, this is a huge opportunity for you to do that. And I really encourage you to take advantage of the challenges that come to you and allow them to teach you something, or to grow or to clear karma. But also just know that as the stakes feel that high, also remember that, you know, a life is limitless, right? Life force and the abundance of creation, and not just on this planet but in the entirety of, you know, our galaxy and beyond, you know, we have no idea the limitations or the unlimited nature of life. So what I want to tell you is that right now time feels slow and your lifetime feels limited, and it feels like this these challenges are extremely time sensitive and they have so much weight behind them. But I'm telling you right now, Spirit loves you, and Spirit is not going to condemn you if you make the wrong decision, right? That it's not going to mean, in some cases it can mean life and death, but what I'm saying is that even in those cases of life and death, right? That even in death, we are free and we are forgiven. And I just feel like I need to tell you that so that you're not carrying this weight of like, oh God, if I make the wrong decision, it's going to like screw up my spiritual growth and my life path. And like, yes, there are impacts and consequences to our decisions, but I just for some reason feel like I need to tell you that it's all an experiment too. And it's all, you know, we can be playful with our journey and we can be playful with our experiments, and we can say, well, as long as I'm coming from a place of goodness and I have my best intentions, you know, like my best interests at heart and those of the people around me, then the decisions that I make, I know are in alignment with me, with my integrity, with spirit, you know, my my spirit guides, whoever or whatever the higher power it is that you turn to. And I, you know, and if you don't, then you can turn to yourself, your authentic self, because that is a reflection of the higher power that we, you know, look to. And we may put different names on it, but I truly believe it's the same source of life. Like what makes our heart beat, right? And if we, I assume if you're on a tarot channel that you may be able to think outside the box, okay? So some people might think that it's purely scientific. For me, I feel that it is esoteric. It is powerful, and the impulses that you know that run our bodies are, I feel, supernatural, okay? So anyway, I feel like for whatever reason that was a important message for you, Aries. So here's what I'm going to tell you about the cards. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords for me, it with the context of the cards around it, it can mean a couple different things. And what it means for me is action, mostly having to do with communication. So in the context of your reading, I feel like this action that you are deciding to take is really actually you speaking your truth, or you're making a decision that's not necessarily like, oh, do I, you know, put in a garden bed or do I put in a pool? Like it's not like that kind of decision. This is a decision that you have to communicate to somebody, right? And so this could have to do with work, and it could have to do with love. So these are the two different feelings that I'm getting for you. Is you're either deciding whether or not you want to like say how you really feel to somebody or just let it go. Or if you want to continue to make a relationship work or not. This is totally up to you. So I feel like this is a decision that has to do with communicating your truth or communicating your feelings. So it's communicating or not, kind of, is what I'm getting for this. You also have the Judgment card in reverse. The Judgment card has to do with resurrecting the past is how I see this card, or resurrecting something that you previously thought to be done, basically, and over with. So I feel that this being in reverse, I feel like you might be leaning towards. It's funny, I turned the Knight of Swords face down just now. So okay, with the Judgment card being in reverse, I feel like you're leaning towards no. Like, I feel like you're leaning towards not resurrecting this, whatever it is. And same with the this is why I feel like you're so conflicted, though, to be honest with you, Aries, because you're also getting the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Cups speaks about feeling dissatisfied with your life or circumstance, and basically being preoccupied with what you already have and not really seeing an offer that is being given to you. So I feel like you are considering this offer, and I feel like you are wanting to explore it, or at least explore it in your own mind, right? Like, so maybe you're not open to whatever it is that's being offered to you, like exploring it like in the physical reality per se, but I feel like you do see the offer, right? And you do see it as a possibility. And that's the only reason why you're conflicted, Aries, is because you see that it's possible, whatever this is, that, like, you know, there is a certain amount of promise to it, whether it's a job offer or a love offer. So you're kind of not really sure, but you're exploring it in your own, you know, with your emotions, and trying to see what the potential outcomes are. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so, and the other reason why I feel like this is something for the past is because you also have the Six of Cups coming up. And the Six of Cups talks about past life relationships. This could be relationships from your past in this lifetime. But I feel like one of the reasons why I was talking about this past life trauma stuff and why all that came up with the monarch butterflies is because it's possible that this person, whoever they are, or whatever this option or offer is that something within you, like your alarm bells are going off for whatever reason. And it is reminiscent of some experience from the past, and this could be from past lifetimes. So this person or this job or this situation, whatever it is, could very well be a reflection of what actually you know, your ancestors have been through in the past. It could be a reflection of you know, and this sounds crazy, but there's certain types of people that I've met in my lifetime that just for whatever reason were very familiar to me, but just rubbed me completely the wrong way. And I don't know why that is, but it was something about their genetic makeup. And I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about their facial features, their energy, the way they smelled. I don't know what it was, but it was incredibly familiar, and I was very, very averse to it. I had a resistance to them, and it was because they felt dangerous, right? Like, it felt like that there was something about them that made me really nervous or uncomfortable, right? And I really do think that this might be something that you're experiencing, and you might be like, well, why does this person feel so off to me? Or, you know, or this person reminds me of somebody from my past who hurt me, right? So I'm like, why are they so similar? It could be similar astrological signs or something. I don't know, Aries, but whatever it is, it has to do with your past, with this Judgment card and the Six of Cups here. So the other two cards that I'm getting is the Two of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is your energy right now, Aries. I feel like you're not feeling very in your power. And I feel like you might be feeling somewhat pessimistic about the future, or you're not quite seeing your path forward. I feel like that has everything to do with how you're feeling. And, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. And it's very hard to make decisions coming from a place like that, you know? So my recommendation to you would be really to try and focus on your joy and your peace and your happiness. And I know that's challenging when you have something like this sitting in your lap. But like I said, you know, you just know that Spirit has your back, and that you have opportunities to you know, do whatever it is you want to do. So, okay, when I was shuffling, the Chariot kept wanting to come out, and we're running out of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this card just real quick. But the Chariot card for me is really about balance just as much as it is about moving forward. The only way to move forward with the Chariot is by balancing these two energies, the light and the dark, right? So I feel like this is your challenge right now, Aries, is to focus on your balance and focus on feeling in your power, so that you can make the right decision and move forward, okay? So that's what I've got for you today, Aries. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to support me and my channel. And I hopefully will see you again next time. Thanks so much.